Hi, I'm Jennifer, the game pioneer from Game Brain Podcast. I hope you all are having a good new year. Happy New Year to everyone, although it's been a little interesting in its first couple of weeks. But we will persevere as we always do, right? All right, so I'm here today to talk about Paris, the Euro area control game by Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling. Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling go way back, and I'll be talking a little more about that later. So Paris, is yet another game, where we have these classic Euro designers come back in 2020 and, just show you that they are not done yet, not in any way. Paris is, as I mentioned, area control. There's 6 areas, and you're kind of trying to control, or at least be a significant part of any given area. I mean, it's not possible to be significant in every area, but, you're going to probably be working on 3 or 4 maybe. So what's really interesting about this game is, area control, been there, done that. But once there are 4 player pieces in an area, then a player can put a victory point token in the area. The victory point token basically has 4 levels of victory points depending on who has the most power within the areas. But what's cool is that I think there's like 5 or 6 tokens, and the one that gives the most points, 20 points, or there is one that gives the most points, 20, and then it goes down, 16 or 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, if I recall. And the player whose turn it is and who can see, who has a piece in the area, and they can choose to put one of the victory point tokens down. But the problem is that in general, when that happens, that's like the middle of the game. It's not really the end game. So you go, should I put the 20.1 down? If I put the 20.1 down, am I giving other players points? Am I going to be able to control this? Or should I put the 10.1 down and just say, okay, fine, maybe they'll just let me have it without a big fight, or something in between. And that really, for me, makes the game great, because every time the game plays differently, and there's always different decisions to make. I believe we played this 5 times now, and we've enjoyed every single one. So, and Wolfgang, of course, Wolfgang Kramer, Mr. Kramer, is classic area control. El Grande, when it came out in 1996, there may have been earlier area control games. I mean, in a sense, Diplomacy is an area control game, but this was a completely Euro style area control game, and people just went crazy. Everybody's playing El Grande. I didn't like the tower very much, so I was not as much of a fan, but it was a huge hit for him. He won the Spiel des Jahres with it, and brought that mechanic into the Euro world of the hobby. And see, 96 is 25 years ago. Yeah, it's still here. It's still, gosh, it feels like nearly every Essen Euro that came out this year was using area control. So, he is very deserving of coming back to it in 2020 and reusing what he started many, many years ago. As Wolfgang Kramer, Mr. Kramer, went on, he also made To Call, which was a great game. Again, one spelled Dagir. Unfortunately, for some reason, it's kind of fallen out of the discussion. I don't see many people say, oh, yeah, I really like To Call, and I don't see it on the table much. But if you get a chance to play it, it's well worth playing. Then, of course, we have Princess of Florence, which, gosh, when it came out, everybody played Princess of Florence. Unfortunately for Princess, which is what we all call it Princess, it has a MacGuffin because you auction stuff, and one of the things that you auction is the Joker. Well, the Joker is a very significant piece, and you should force players to pay a high amount for it. But unfortunately, the auction comes at the start, and new players are not really going to be aware of, its significance. But if you get a chance again to play Princess with experienced players that will help you out, I'd highly recommend it. After those, there was nothing else. Well, excuse me. The Palaces of Carrara. That was a very good game that Z-Man was supposed to publish in the U.S. and never did. Big disappointment. Michael Kiesling, who is also a co-designer of Paris, got his notable start again with Mr. Kramer, with To Call. But he was also part of Palaces of Carrara. He's also the designer of Heaven and Ale, which for me was a little too middleweight. I mean, we played it like 4 times and I didn't need to play it again, but it was a Kinderspiel nominee for 2017, and then of course Azul, which we all know of and either love or don't love. I liked some of the subsequent Azuls better than the original, but the original was good. So at any rate, I can highly recommend Paris. If you want to get more details, my videos are really mostly about my discussion of it more than, laying out a board and explaining everything, and especially with Paris, because there's a zillion videos out on it already. If you want to get, really into the nitty-gritty of it, I recommend you watch one of those. So, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're a subscriber, I really appreciate it. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you later. Thank you very much for watching.